Hey everyone, we're going to solve this equation here, and the first thing we're going to do is multiply these two together, like cross multiplying. And then the trick to this is to multiply each term by e to the x. So when you do that, you get e to the x times e to the x minus e to the x times e to the negative x equals 4 e to the x. So we multiplied each term by e to the x. Now let's simplify. We have e to the x plus x minus e to the x minus x equals 4e to the x. And simplifying further, this would be e to 2x minus e to the 0 power equals 4e to the x. Then what we're going to do is we're going to write this as e x squared. Remember, a to the m times n is the same as a, and I'm going to put the n first to the m since you're multiplying. So that's just using your power property. And then I'm going to move the 4e to the x to the left-hand side of the equation. And this one right here, that just equals 1, because e to the 0 is 1. Now I'm going to let w equal e to the x and substitute. So we get w squared minus 4w minus 1 equals 0. And we're going to have to use the quadratic formula on this, so we would get, this would be w equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. In our case, our a is 1, our b is negative 4, and our c is negative 1. So you plug all that in, and you're going to get e to, we'll just do w for now, which is e to the x is our w, equals negative 4 plus or minus square root of negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 1, all divided by 2 times 1. So e to the x equals 4 plus or minus square root of 20 divided by 2. Now simplifying this, we get e to the x equals 4 plus or minus, and this is going to be 4 times 5 divided by 2. So simplifying further, we get e to the x equals, and I'm going to put this 2 under each piece. The square root of 4 is 2, so you can pull that out, and we're left with the square root of 5 divided by 2. These cancel, and this equals 2. So we basically have e to the x equals 2 plus square root of 5. Now to solve for x, we use our ln, so we have ln. You put ln on both sides, bring down the x. We know that, x ln of e to the x equals ln of 2 plus or minus square root of 5. Forgot that there. So ln of e is 1, so you get x equals ln of 2 plus square root of 5, and x equals ln of 2 minus square root of 5. However, this is undefined because it's not in our domain. Remember, this has to be greater than 0, and this is bigger. This square root of 5 is bigger than 2, so we have to disregard this. So there's your solution, and if you use a calculator, this would be approximately 1.444. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.